We here at the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the season finale of the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks for September 7th, 2013, with your host, Peacemaker2448.
And Rampant Epsilon.
I am willing to bet you Glock will be hopping in halfway through the film.
Oh, he probably will and be trying to figure out what in the heck's going on.
Like, I'm going to guarantee you money. He's going to hop in as soon as doubles portions start.
Probably.
Like, I am willing to bet money on that one.
Oh, I am too, so you won't be having a counter bet from me.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So yeah, folks, we're starting 2 hours early, so we're cutting me talking about stuff.
You mean late? You said early.
Yeah, 2 hours late. I'm just going to shut up now. And apparently it's showing a cross image. There's no video on the stream right now for some reason.
Do I?
What? 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 What the hell?
Do I?
I don't know what's going on.
Come on.
There's audio, but there's no video. But it's audio that's lagged behind. Because you just said counter bet.
I pulled it up.
Oh, well, just move on. As long as they can hear us, we're good. Anyway, folks, after 2 shows and a handful of picks, it's time to end the season. And we are going to end it with the first ever movie war film, Kamen Rider, Double Indicate, Movie War 2010. And I don't need to pull up an episode list for that one.
You sure about that?
Yes. It also helps that the logo is on my television right now. And yes, folks.
I don't know what happened with the image, but I guess until I figure out why Google Hangouts kind of broke right there, we'll have the classic TGSR image sitting up there.
Alright. So yeah, we're ending off with that movie, and after the movie, not only will we be discussing the film itself, but both shows we talked about, and a little bit on our handful of random picks. So yeah, prepare for the long haul, folks.
We're looking to make or break the whole 4-hour limit of Hangouts on air.
Yes, we are going to test this.
Again.
Yes.
Because we hit like a 3-hour mark when we were doing that dual stream last week.
Oh. I know we also did it.
I got the little ding saying that we were 1 hour away, so yeah.
Also, folks, I have the Ruby song in the background for me. A 10-hour extended version of it. So, I have plenty to listen to as we're talking about stuff before we get into this movie.
And after.
Yes. Speaking of which, thoughts going into 2010. Well, back into 2010.
I don't know. You know, looking at decade, I would expect nothing. But seeing as how I decided to look at All Riders versus Die Shocker, and I thought that one wasn't that bad, I'm completely open for anything right now.
Okay. I'll break it.
Especially seeing as how doubles in this one too.
Yeah, I'll break you down how this movie's going to work. for like the first third of this film, we're gonna be with the Decade crew finishing out Decade's story. Because this is final episode Decade, is what it's technically called. Because each of
Huh.
these parts have titles to them.
So essentially, what you're telling me is instead of having an hour and a half film, we really have 3 half-hour shows.
We have an film, it's just we have two parts of a story that come together for a third part that is our crossover.
So, like I said, it's kind of right. Instead of looking at it as an hour and a half movie, it's more of like 3 episodes that kind of all fit together.
Kind of. Megamax and Ultimatum feel more like a complete film because you have parts that flow into each other. Here, it really is separate parts. And I'll be honest, I like the double part more than anything in this film. So yeah, we have Decade the Last Story, which is the Decade half. Double Begins Night, double half, so that'll be the second third of the film. And then the final third is Movie War 2010, where Decade and Double crossover, and then they have the crossover part of this film.
They beat the crap out of the baddie and
Yes.
end it out.
Yeah. And that's also where we get Double's Final Form ride. Which I go on record saying it is the best Final Form ride out of all of them.
Yeah, but that does not really say much.
True.
I mean, we have kind of seen Blade. Um,
The Kiva Arrow,
yeah.
Ryuki Drag Raider,
Uh-huh.
Akito Tornado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's bad is I can name all these, and they don't name them on screen. You literally
Um,
have to go to ancillary material in order to get that.
yeah, we have kind of had some bad ones.
Yeah.
And if we saw Riders versus Die Shocker, we would have saw yet another one.
Jumbo Deca Driver.
Yep.
So yeah. Honestly, folks, if you liked All Riders vs. Die Shocker, you might not care for this ending. Just to let you folks know.
See, that's the good thing. I can be completely open about this because, for the most part, I didn't really care for Decade.
I know. But you kind of liked All Riders, and this is the alternate ending, essentially. But, yeah. There's also things about this ending that are kind of just dumb, just to put it out there. The double half, it's a fantastic addition to the double, and really adds a little bit of mythos to double. Adds to the mythos of double. Because, you know how Narumi Sokichi gets shot at the beginning of the first episode?
Right.
Double Begins Night shows you the full story of that night. And shows you the relationship between Narumi and Shotaro, and Narumi and Philip. And also shows you something about Narumi Sokichi that we didn't know until this film. That is kind of the twist of this film. Well, the twist of Double's half.
Huh.
And also makes the incomplete really weird. If you see the things that are involved with the incomplete, it's really weird. Because Skull is in it. And if you see who else he's beside, it's odd.
Huh.
The crossover potion is fine. It's kind of just a crossover portion between the two. So, I think Core pulls it off better with having a weaker third of a film because the O's third is completely inaccurate to the character in the show in of itself. So, but then again, Double getting that movie again adds more to the mythos of Double by pretty much having the entire third of that film for Double being a story about Skull. I mean, Narumi Sokichi. Shit, I revealed the twist. Oh well. I think I've spoiled it before, like 5 different times.
Well, now you can just add another one to that.
Yeah. It doesn't help that that portion is called Kamen Rider Skull, a message for Double. So, yeah, now you know the twist.
All because someone had a derp.
Yeah.
You were doing good until right there.
Yeah. So, with that said, ready to get this rolling?
Yep.
Alrighty then. We're going to be starting up Movie War 2010, again, with our subs provided by TV Nihon, because that's who the dude on YouTube has.
Which works.
Yes. So, starting up the film in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and this is our first time getting to see the Toei full logo animation.
Uh-oh.
What?
Might want to pause it.
Why?
The site just derped on me.
That's not good.
I hit the full screen button and I lost everything. It did not go full screen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, no. And now Firefox is going to go.
Oh dear. Everything broke now. Everything
What? I
broke.
don't have nothing else on the site running Flash. What the freak? Alright. Piece of crap. Uh-oh. I kill that, oh. This might not end well. You might have to play some improv for a bit. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope not, but here goes nothing. Okay. I'm still here, right?
Yes.
Good. At least that doesn't kill every plugin for Firefox, just most of them. Why did that happen?
Because there are not enough problems we can have tonight, simply put.
Alright.
15-second marker.
Yeah. You buffer and actually play. We're getting to the 15-second marker.
Yep.
Okay.
We just now get the Toei Company Ltd logo. Which they do something cool for Movie War Core, which when the double portion starts up, it's split into the 3 colors for O's, and then for the double portion, it's split into the 2 colors for double, and then when it gets to the crossover part, the inside, I believe, is split in the double portions, like the 2 Japanese letters, and the triangle is split into O's colors.
Huh.
I thought that was neat.
That is kind of neat.
Of course, Megamax tosses the Toei Company Ltd logo out the window because we need all the time we can get in this film, because that thing is crammed pack. It's like you get an hour 30-minute movie out of that.
Huh.
Like even during the credits, the movie is still rolling. Shit is still happening during the credits.
Jeez.
Yeah, Sakamoto for that one made full use of his time. And even the director's cut, actually makes it better. Because it takes all the little gaps that are there and fills them in.
So it makes it even more packed.
Yes. I think you get a 2-hour film with the director's cut for Mega Max,
Jeez.
which is fantastic. So,
All
you
right.
ready?
I think I'm ready this time.
All right. Picking up from the 15-second marker and hoping for no other problems in
I'm
three,
not going to touch the full screen, so screw it.
3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know what happened, but I'm not touching full screen this time.
Oh, we get a recap. How wonderful. Oh, in case you're wondering if why I didn't explain anything for double, is because if you saw anything for double, you're good. Hey, look, it's Skyrider. He wasn't in that fight. Oh, oh, hi, Super One. You're. Wow, that that final attack and kicks got quite the homing on it.
Seriously.
Well, there went Skyrider, first
I
casualty
think
of the
he's
movie.
I
Notice how
think
I
he's
said
done for.
first.
So wait, they turned into cards?
Yep. Oh, by the way, Deki can use any card he wants now. Poor Super One. Suck Nintendo! That kick is oddly satisfying. Just saying.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm actually okay with that one.
I'm okay with this shot too. Coming out at the Decade conclusion. Because this so needed a movie to end it.
Of
No, wait.
course.
No, not a movie. A third of a movie to end it.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're wondering what happened during that fight, um, yeah, it's never explained. Hi, the end. Um, hey, that wasn't their last episode.
No.
Oh, look, a whole bunch of riot troopers. I'm sure they're just as effective as Zek's. Damn it, I can't remember the name of theirs. Also, this is not normal Decade. This is Decade. Violent emotion. Which means he gets a fancy new helmet.
Huh.
Yes, this counts as a new form for him.
So they turned the gem purple, and that's the new form.
His eyes, there's a little bit like coming down from the eyes, like towards the nose part, and that's kind of it.
Ah.
And like maybe a darker shade of magenta. Yeah, all you give a shit about is treasure. Really? Because he took out 3 riders by himself.
Which is more than you can say.
Yes. Oh yeah, you remember him from All Riders versus Giant Shocker?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a giant rider. That's his power. Is he gonna grow giant? Now he's summoning G4's weapon, which is a giant 4 rocket launcher. Yusuke, I would not get closer if I were you. And now he summons Kix's bike. With all that missile spam.
And boom.
There goes Jay. Yeah. Get used to it. It's gonna happen a lot. Say hello to Tackle, the lead female from Stronger. Why is she in this film? I fucking have no clue.
Huh.
Also, this movie kind of spoils a twist of Stronger. I don't think so. Spoilers, he has a reason. It's really stupid. As far as I know, this is no way like Tackle. Because he feels like it. Also, if you let your uniform decide what what you were going to do, wouldn't you have killed all the riders to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you were saying about this being an alternate ending. At least there's not alternate personalities for him.
Yeah. Take it to a repair shop. I'm sure they can fix it. There's a reason I sigh at that line.
Yeah.
We'll get to there by the end of this third. Also, hi Naritaki.
Oh God, not this.
Yep,
No. God.
yep. It's even dumber too.
Uh,
Also, if you're wondering why Narutaki's cosplaying as a old shocker villain, why are you asking questions at this point? The ultimate life form from Kamen Rider Zeno. Have you noticed by now that this movie has nothing to do with the Heisei era at anymore?
yeah.
Also, that will be a plot point at the end of the film. Isn't that kind of you? I'm surprised those cards didn't go flying as he threw them. Because there's nothing binding them together. That makes no sense coming from you, Tsukasa. Just saying. By the way, that's a spoiler for Stronger. Although it's far more powerful there. Yeah, I mean, she's standing right there. That doesn't work. And again, we're talking about Decade. Things don't make sense to begin with. Hariyuki and Blade. I love that subtitle.
Yeah.
Just mystical gibberish.
Oh, that just sucks.
Yeah. He didn't even tell him to tickle. How rude. You can at least tell the man it's going to tickle. You might want to block that.
Boom.
Or not. Well, it's another two dead. And now he has to face Kuga. At his ultimate form. That also has black eyes, so that means it's evil. For you see, if it had red eyes, that means it'd be the good Kuga. And you just disconnected from TeamSpeak. Tommy? Tommy? Hello? Alright, I'm gonna pause right there because something's going on. Tommy? Yoo-hoo. Hello? Oh, that would be why. Just got a text message. His laptop overheated, so I'm gonna wait for him to get back in here. So yeah. Technical difficulties. Son of a damn it.
It just I hate when it does that crap because it gives me no warning.
Oh.
It just the screen dims. Anything that's going on still continues to go on, and I cuts the mic off first thing. So
Oh.
I would even if I'd sat there and I'd said laptop's overheating, it would have done absolutely no good.
Oh.
So I was like, damn it.
We're gonna have to back up on, aren't we?
I gotta see if the video buffered on my end or not. I'm thinking so though.
I say we just back up to the 1845 mark. Just go from the start of the fight. So yeah, we should be back, folks, and I'll make sure the audio's back too. Okay, it's back. In the meantime, I watched the preview for next week's episode of Wizard, which should be the final episode besides the two-part Heisei special. So,
Huh.
yay!
Okay, I'm at the 1845 marker.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm gonna disable my second screen. That way maybe it won't do that again. Can't believe it did that crap.
Uh, I just noticed you went silent and then you
Oh.
were off TeamSpeak, and I'm like, oh no. And then the Google Plus Hangout went, we'll be right back. Because things broke it did.
So wait, if I disconnect it, it stops the recording?
No.
Oh, it kept going?
Yeah, it just threw up a screen and says like, we'll be right back, and muted the audio. We're fine. There's just gonna be a 10-minute part where it's extremely silent, and then it's gonna be like, we'll be right back.
It didn't take no 10 minutes.
I probably 5 or 3. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track.
That was actually the quickest cooldown my laptop's had. Usually it does that and it'll sit there trying to go into hibernation for like 5 minutes before it actually shuts off.
All right, then. Want to
Give
pick
me
up
a
from 18?
second.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to try to force cool my laptop down.
So you're
I guess I can try to watch it, but yeah.
oh. So are you gonna dump a whole bunch of ice on it?
I've got it held up to my fan right now, so
Oh,
yeah. I
that
say
should.
let's just go since it's kind of fighting.
All right. Picking up from the 1845 marker, and hopefully no more problems. In 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, I think it's actually impressive that he's lasting as long as he has.
Yep. Except for when
But
we get to this next scene. There wasn't no door that way. Oh, by the way, he just final form right himself. How, may you ask? Like I said before, why are you asking questions? You remember that line from before?
yeah,
Yeah. Say hello to Comrade Kivara. Or Kivala. By the way, Decade's about to job out so hard. Like I said, Decade's about to job out so hard. Oh no, the Decade driver's busted. Oh no, Decade's dying. Too late, I'm dead. Really, Kaito? You hop in now?
Yeah, seriously.
Uh, hey, we're back in that one place where Wataru was.
And is.
Yes. Yep.
So because he killed them, they went back.
Because he killed them and then was killed himself. Everything's fine now.
But
And it's all thanks to Natsumi. And that is why Decade fought all the writers. You know, you could just tell them. Sure he does. The writers are just dumb.
the one statement about him not having a story kind of makes a little more sense why the show was not the best in the world.
Yeah. Also, if he does not have a story, where the fuck did all the pictures come from?
Yeah.
How is it happy if no one is if fucking no one gives a shit about Tsukasa? Sure there is. You took it earlier in the film. Duh.
Isn't there another one somewhere though?
Probably.
Because I could have sworn that was not the first time this throughout all a decade that he had a picture of himself taken.
Exactly. We don't have Apollo Geist with us. So therefore we are not Daishocker. Also, Decade didn't have to kill the end in order to make this happen. Why? 'Cause plot reasons. I guess because the end comes
Well,
after Decade. Which makes no
Well,
goddamn sense.
in all honesty though, the DN driver is a die shocker piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So
So is the
to
Deca
defeat,
driver.
oh, true. You got a point there.
I remember all riders. Also, neither of that counts in this film. But and now she dies again. Yeah, that whole subplot was completely pointless, wasn't it?
Yeah,
She didn't even get to kill her. I mean, seriously, if she's gonna still be alive, let her kill her. I don't see how the camera being thrown would damage the film like that.
if it got broken such a way, then only that part of the film would have sun exposure, which would ruin it.
Ah, now that makes sense.
That part makes sense of how it would be goofed up.
Yeah, this part's about to not make any sense either. Now, for this next scene, all we need you to do is stare in this direction as we spin the camera around you. Why? It's supposed to look dramatic and all. Why? Shut up and do it.
Looks like they're all doing a great job at it.
Yeah. I love how we get Newt and the other cow with O2. Hey, look! Someone can take a decent photo with it. Tsukasa, you have problems, good sir. Yes, through the memories of his adventure and the memories of everyone who ever gave a shit about him, including that random chick, this son of a bitch gets a second chance at life.
Yeah.
Yep, that just happened. I love how there's no animosity here, even though he did kind of kill everybody. Now Tsukasa has the cards from everybody. Oh yeah, those guys who aren't really the villains of this part. Yep, B-Chick gets eaten by the goo. Mhm. Well,
I don't think it's goo anymore.
now it's a floaty orb. Hey, look, it's Doris from Zeno as well. And the crisis ship from Black. Why is it here? Because we need a fucking ship in this movie. Now he gives the bullshit speech to Die Shocker. No, wait, no, Super Shocker.
Yeah.
Because we need another Shocker. No, it began 31 episodes ago! Bullshit!
Yeah, and I don't think they were standing here when it began.
Yes.
I think it'll be a hard thing for us to forget by now.
Yeah. I'll admit, I do like the decade part from here onward. Because it stops being decade bullshit. And I do like this scene. Hey, even Yosuke gets to have some fun. Yes, and now Natsumi's a writer.
Yeah, but did you catch the move she did?
Yes, I saw.
That's why I laughed.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is what's about to happen right here. You have all these moves go off and you don't see any of them connect. You just see big explosion and it's like, oh, well, the fight's over.
And they all run in.
Yeah.
Shouldn't two of them already? No, three of them. Dien's the only one that's ranged.
Yeah. Okay, now for the part that makes this film cool.
Wait, didn't they just beat the crap out of him?
Yes.
And what the hell? This definitely is not Decade's fault.
Yes. Yeah, it's your fault. You did this. God damn it.
God. Narutaki's just an idiot.
Yes, he is. Yes, we totally forgive you for killing us. This time. You do it again, we're going to be upset. By the way, this is all the alternate universe writers.
Mass beat down.
Yeah. Ditto hopping on the back. It's like, oh, I got him, I got him, I got him. Oh, now for my favorite. Oh, now for my favorite scene of this part. If only it was all the original final forms that are attached to Decade Complete, but still.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes. This is straight up overkill. But fuck it. All the final forms letting loose.
Overkill, yes. Awesome, yes.
Yeah. Damn it, why is this not on the other side of this? Seriously, this needs to be on the other side. Why is it being shot from the back? It needs to be shot from the front. It'd look a whole lot cooler.
Yeah.
Also, giant mechanical mammoth. I'm here to ruin your victory! Well, with that said, we'll pick up there once we get done with double. Kind of. Now for the good third of this film. Wait, they did a jump cut before to make that work. That was one shot. Hmm. Oh, oh, they need the jump cut for that one. Daydreaming again, Shotaro, aren't we? Yeah. For those who don't know, they didn't tell her about what happened to Naomi Sokichi. I love that they got all their informants here. Yes, we're totally not a room full of nutcases. Although technically we still are. Huh? How's that not an ordinary person? Oh. Oh. Well. Aw. Good see. Philip has got his priorities straight. Oh, yeah. He's totally not suspicious.
Seriously.
Nobody dares decline our service. I don't think there's any calming her down. Mm, unless it goes through a wall, I'm gonna say no.
What?
Well, things certainly just got weird. Hey. Well, with the dead coming back, guess who decides to make an appearance?
Huh.
Except for... Yeah. Say hello to the one thing Double only knows about Shota, or about Narumi Sokichi. He's also dead too, but yeah.
You didn't hear about that one either.
Yeah.
And now she knows that too.
Yeah. Well, this case is certainly taking a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever really does.
Huh.
By the way, make special note of this. It comes back later to be really stupid. This scene has a double meaning to it in a way.
Uh,
Because technically, they're talking about the memory in this part, but I'll leave that but for later. What? I took the bike. You know you could have took the bike here, right? Time for a very long flashback. Oh, whoa, oh, what the? Okay, I have no clue what's going on right now. All the racket. Your mic making a whole lot of noise.
oh,
Nope, nope, there you go. I want you to time this to see how long this lasts. Trust me, that order doesn't last for long. Oh, he got it from a friend. I love the fact that his hat is a part of his suit. Both, well, it's a part of who he is, both in and out of suit.
yeah. She's a bad aim.
Yeah. What also doesn't help that he has the trigger in maximum drive mode all the time. You see that trigger, because you notice it's a repaint of the trigger that Double has. It's supposed to be flipped down all the time, unless you put the memory in. It's flipped up. Mhm. I don't know why it is, it just is.
Wow.
Yep,
He obeyed that order for all of about 2 minutes.
yep. Yeah, Philip was kind of a dick. Now, if you seen the first episode of Double, you know where all this goes. I'll just let y'all know, Noru Misokichi's actor, he's a musician by trade. I love the fact that this scene kind of gets a callback late into the series. Actually, nope, like the last episode. Nope, second to last episode. My bad. It gets a kind of a callback.
Hmm.
Hey, the Fang memory! We're not gonna see it in the movie. Well, we're gonna see it for like one scene and that's it. Now Shotaro gets to be the one that passes out.
Huh.
Now, technically, in this form, he can't switch memories. And also, Philip is the main body instead of Shotaro. That would be my talk with him. Also, the double portion of movie workcore explains the catchphrase, which is kind of cool. A very, very subtle hint as to where Philip's name came from. And by subtle, I mean no. Hmm? Apparently Glock's done now. Although, why does he need talk power?
I don't know.
I thought he muted his mic on his own.
He's probably played with his permissions.
Yes. Want to pause it right here?
Uh, are we at a decent spot to pause it?
Yeah, 106.23.
Okay.
Did you send him an invite to Google Plus Hangout?
Yes, I always send invites to both of you guys, whether you're going to be there or not.
Apparently he didn't get it. Want to try send him an? Should be able to send him another one. Hopefully he'll get it.
I'm doing it.
Hang on, he's sending you another one. Yeah, I got it. Come on. Come on.
Do, 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 do.
Well, did you check your timeline?
He's completely stupid. That's all I gotta say.
Got to be kidding me. There's no way it can't be working right. Wait, will it pop up for me if you try to invite me again?
No, because you're already in it.
Swear. I swear. Try the third time. Maybe he will stop being.
He got the freaking invite. I don't.
Just look in the all thing anyway. Anyway. Is it bad that we have this discussion almost every single time?
Yes, it is. Hold on. Peace.
What?
Find something to talk to them about. I'm gonna mute my mic so that they don't have to hear what I'm fixing to say to Glock.
Okay. So, folks, how are you enjoying the movie so far? All right, decent, good, bad. All righty then. Well, about about an hour, 6 minutes into the film. 1:33 on our recording time, so hopefully we'll be done. So, but I say by the time we get done with this, we'll be at the 2 hour mark. So we'll have 2 hours to discuss two shows. Oh dear God, I hope that's enough time, or else we'll be having two parts to this. Feels like a TGS show already. Anyway, folks. Well, they're trying to fix things. Trying to think of what I can discuss about the film so far. Uh, without spoiling things. I guess I can talk about what's coming up. Pretty much what's going to come up in the next couple scenes is the wrap up to the double part. We're really close to the end of doubles portion of the film, and we're getting towards the final crossover part. And you'll probably hear me recap all this because Glock will be coming in and he'll be like, "What's going on with the film?" And I'll have to explain everything that's happened so far. So I'll be summing up an hour and 6 minutes and hopefully less than 15. Excuse me. I guess with that out of the way, let's talk about what's coming up. Maybe. I'm gonna try to shoot for streaming tomorrow, and also doing the little talk I was gonna do at the start of this little special episode. It'd be just me talking about the final forms for the writers, since, well, one of my favorite scenes of this movie is the big final form overkill scene, because we really don't get stuff like that in any kind of writer media. We haven't really gotten something like that where all the writers bust out their final forms to go kick some ass. Especially, the 10 Heisei riders plus uh, decades secondary riders. Hopefully, Glock will be coming in here in a bit. Besides that, what else is coming up? Rampant Gaming this week. I'm not sure what we're going to be playing this week. I'm sure Tommy will be figuring that out in the coming couple of days, so stay tuned. Probably be talking about that like Monday maybe or Tuesday. Um, After this, we'll be taking a break from TGSR for a while. So instead of TGSR on Saturdays, we'll probably be doing some random streaming. Uh, we haven't set a date yet to come back, but I have a date in mind. I'm just gonna run it by them and see if they agree to it, and hopefully we'll be back that day since it'll be a little convenient. But probably be announcing that tomorrow. Actually, you know what? Write it in stone. Write it in stone, good sir. I'll be streaming it tomorrow no matter what. Well, not no matter what, because something could happen, but yeah, almost certainty, like 90% sure, streaming tomorrow. Probably around 9-ish. Uh, TGS is coming up next week. Talking all the gaming news and stuff. Nothing so far struck me as stuff to talk about the show yet, but I always find more stuff than what I usually come across in a couple weeks when I go to get articles. So, hey, something to talk about might have come up. Uh, wow, they're still figuring it out. I muted my sound so I don't have to hear it because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of annoying, a lot of Tommy being annoyed, Glock being just like,
Let's just put it this way: he pissed me off, and I
oh,
kicked him from the server.
oh, well,
He decided that it was better for him to scream at me. That shit don't fly.
oh,
Hold on. I'll be right back.
okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let this be a lesson for any of you putting on shows. This is what happens when you have have clashing personalities. Sometimes heads get butted together. And trust me, folks, this isn't the first time this thing has happened. Still got the Ruby theme playing in the background. Guess I could talk about that for a bit. For those of you who don't know what Ruby is, Ruby's the new show Rooster Teeth is putting on, and it's created by Monty Oum. If you don't know who that is, look up Did Fantasy. He was the guy who did that little series, and now this is his official work under Rooster Teeth. I've liked it so far. I've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun with it. My one complaint is that there are too many short episodes. I mean, we got a really good episode this past week that was about 14 minutes long, but the like 6 to 8 minute episodes just they leave sometimes like, oh, really? We got to end it right here this week. And I'm like, can we just extend it out more? And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it leaves me wanting more. Maybe that's why they're doing it. So people will be left wanting more. So they immediately like tune in next week. And also try to get that premium membership so they can get it early. Because that's kind of how Rooster Teeth works. Is if you're a premium member, you get to watch stuff early. If you're just a regular member, you get to watch stuff early again. And if you're not a registered member, then you get things a little later. It's kind of that tiered release, really, which it's not too bad. It's only like an hour-ish between each, I believe. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. To talk about Ruby real quick, it's essentially a story about four girls who are going to this monster hunting academy. They all have different abilities and powers and different weapons, and all of them have a double purpose to them. They're a melee weapon, and they're also a gun. For instance, Ruby, titular character, main character, she wields a giant scythe that can turn into a rifle that shoots bullets. It also shoots bullets while it's in scythe mode, but yeah, it shoots bullets. Yang, another one of the girl main characters, she has two of these uh, melee fists that also shoot projectiles. So yeah, everything's a melee weapon and a gun in this show. Why? Because that's awesome. Uh, um, I think maybe another one of the faults of the show is the animation may not be the best, but really, what are you expecting with these guys? I'm not expecting the best. I mean, I looked through a wiki article that noted a whole bunch of inconsistencies and errors in terms of things not looking right, and I go, comes with the territory with this. I'm sure, uh, wow, I dropped on the name. Red versus Blue has, some of these kind of errors too. And hell, that's even more, hell, that's limited, really limited compared to what, they use for Ruby, since they use a professional poser system thing to do all the animation with. I have no really clue what it is. All I know is it's some kind of program that lets them to pose models and stuff. It lets them pull off all this stuff. But yeah, Ruby's been a really good show, and I really recommend it to people. Like if you're wanting like another good Rooster Teeth weekly show, there it is. They bring it out every Thursday, like around 8-ish, if you're a member, and that's free. Nope, trying to invite. Come on, we can do this. Come on, and come on, come on, come on. uh, where was I? Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and since it's on here on the side, I can talk about the RoboCop trailer. Looks all right. I don't know why they threw in the original suit and then they show off the new suit, or something that looks like the original suit. I don't know why they did the whole visor flipping up thing. That just seems odd. It's not like, oh, we need to show the actor's face because why? Uh, yeah, it looks all right. To be perfectly honest, Robo Knight, if you've been watching Power Rangers Mega Force when Robo Knight come in, he's pretty much RoboCop. Like, kind of badly done, but he's RoboCop. Yeah. Mega Force has been, it was good at points, and it's been alright at others. And today we had another episode, and it was eh. They kind of they do this thing where they try to hammer a point home really hard, and it just is bad. And it might just be Robo Knight. He's not really that good of a character because he's doing a RoboCop impression, and it's kind of bad. And he really doesn't have a personality besides Robo Man, who's kind of a jerk to people. Plus, it doesn't help the Red Ranger kind of bad of acting at times. I mean, this episode, I swear he like has some really bad lines that are just like, why did you go there? But also Digimon Fusion premiered today. I did not watch the Japanese version, which is Digimon Cross Wars, I believe. I believe that's the title of it. I've only I listen to one song from it, which is "We Are Cross Art," and I really like that song. uh, but it seemed all right. The voice acting seemed weird at points, but okay. But it was all right. I liked it. I might stick around and watch the rest. Of course, Digimon Fusion is being done by Saban, so. Uh, so yeah. Uh, it's nice to have Megaforce back, and hopefully we can actually not have another stupidly long break in between batches of episodes, and we can actually get through all of Megaforce, please, because that break was ridiculous. We're talking like I think it was like what, a 4 to 5 month break in between episodes, which is just stupid, just downright stupid. I'm sorry, but that is ridiculous, especially on the episode they ended on. USA does kind of the same thing, but with that, it's written to be that. Excuse me, written to be that way. They'll have a summer and then a winter finale, and it's written to be that way, where you'll have the summer finale, which is treated like a regular finale for a season, and then you have the break till the new season, till the new second half of the season. It's written that way. The way Megaforce ended before this long hiatus, it didn't feel like a finale. It just felt like we ended an episode and now we have this long break until the next episode. Ugh. It's just, why? It's just really stupid scheduling. Like, I don't mind the long break for Korra because at least we ended on a season finale before we get to move on to the next season. So yeah, I guess we're still having problems with stuff. Trying to think of other stuff to talk about. Kind of waiting on the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters movie to come out soon. For those who don't know, the Predacons Rise, they're doing the finale for Transformers Prime Beast Hunters, which is technically just the third season of Prime, Transformers Prime. They're doing the finale as a movie, Predacons Rising, which I don't remember when they're premiering it. I know TFW threw up the air date for it on the hub, but it's a straight DVD release for now. Might it be out on DVD already? Let me check this out real quick. Yeah, no, wrong one. That was not the Beast. That was like the first 3 to 4 episodes of Beast Hunters Edge to Get to Be movie. Yeah, October 4th is when they're doing the air day for the air on the hub for Predacons Rising. So we still got like a couple months before that. Should be good. Like, good to all right, really. It has its moments, but it has some good moments too. It's just sometimes the writing could be better. Well, the writing and the treatment of some of the characters could be done a little better. And that's I'd say where a majority of things can be really hammered on. It can be like zoned in on. Trying to think of what else to talk about. Kyoryuger's been good so far. Last week debuted Kyoryu Red Kana, which was a bit ridiculous, but it was also fun at the same time. So I enjoyed it. Also had part of the continuing of the Wizard finale and an explanation of that holy mayo I saw on Twitter from Iga Devil. Iga Devil with IGA, not IKA. Iga Devil. I understand the holy mayo now, and wow, I'm really excited for this Wizard finale. It should be good. I don't think if it's a bad finale, it will take the show down for me. It's been a decent to good show, and I enjoyed it. There are problems with the show. I'm willing to admit that. There are problems with the show, but I'm still entertained by the show. So I guess I can look past some of the problems to find the good in the show. But I try to do that a lot with stuff. So still having problems, I see. So uh, we might be hitting two parts on this one. Who knows? So yeah. Uh, I can talk about wrestling recently. Um, they've been doing this major storyline recently where Triple H has recruited Randy Orton to take over WWE and really kind of do whatever the hell they want, essentially. Uh, it's been all right so far. I think my one problem is that they seem to be focusing way too much on the whole these guys dominating WWE because all it really has felt like is Daniel Bryan getting the shit kicked out of him on a weekly basis right now, with a bunch of our superstars kind of getting the beat down too because they decided to speak up. Um, if you ask me, it really needs to pick up soon with a rebellion against this. And it can't just be Daniel Bryan. Let's work in some of these other guys who've been attacked, like Big Show, Dolph Ziggler. Really, like any of the baby faces on the roster right now. This needs to be a pickup quick because there's only so many weeks we can take of Daniel Bryan getting the beat down by Shield and Randy Orton and any other heel they decide to lob into this group. Um, AJ had a really good promo uh, last week. No, not last week. It was 2 weeks ago, where she tore down the Total Divas cast. It was a good promo. It's a good promo too. Um, hopefully it sets up a good storyline to go from there. Looks to be at least going somewhere right now. Um, let's see. What else can I talk about? Hmm. Let's check IGN and see if they have anything I can talk about recently. It's GTA 5. Is Infinity stuff. Is Heat? Nope, another invite. Hmm. I don't think I can send them an invite. No. No. I don't think I can. Because I didn't start the hangout to begin with, so I don't think I can. No. I'm probably interfering with stuff at this point. Uh, Blu-ray info for Pacific Rim. The Kojima comment that I said not touch this week. I'm just not gonna bother with it. Potential new girlfriend for Batman and Man of Steel 2. Yeah. I know people are excited for the Batman Superman movie that I think is Man of Steel 2, essentially. I know people are upset about Ben Affleck, but to me, I've got no problem with Ben Affleck. I haven't seen him in anything recently to really give him a fair judgment in terms of his acting ability, but I think the more concerning thing for me is that it's the crew that did Man of Steel 1, and Man of Steel 1 wasn't that good. So, yeah. Midnight Crew subs post. Did a little tweet. So, I'll see what that is. The anime they've been subbing recently. I have no what it is. They call it a. It's called Dagan. The Garn. I have no clue what it is. It's just know they've been subbing it recently. Uh. Hmm. No, DC's been shooting themselves in the foot recently for all their comments. I don't follow the comic companies that much, so I haven't followed the comments. All I know is apparently they've been shooting themselves in the foot a lot with their comments. Uh, oh, did he make it? Uh, I'm asking how to invite someone into into a Google Hangout because I don't know how. I'm not sure how exactly to do that. Unless I missed it somewhere. Because I tried looking on his profile to see if I could. Doesn't do this in some kind of keyboard shortcut. Or not keyboard shortcut, some just like quick shortcut. Grand trailers besides 5 things you might not know about the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I might get half of those. Who knows? Uh, wait, hang on. I see this. No, no. Where would I do this? No, 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 not there. No, no. That doesn't help. That helps none. Yeah, I'm not seeing where I can invite him to the hangout. So I have no clue how. Even to begin with. Please work. Please, please. Don't do this to me. Holy freaking crap, it worked. What? Ah, it worked. Thank you, God! That, Echo. I'm
Echo
getting the double
much?
clock treatment. And that sounded really dirty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that did.
That,
Bad
wow.
piece.
And Tommy, I'm
That,
sorry for earlier. I got ticked off because I wanted to be part of the show and I couldn't.
Yeah, you should know. You scream at me, I'm gonna let it go the first time. You do it the second time, I'm gonna remove you. Just point blank.
I understand that, but you should have also understood the situation I was in. I was doing everything you told me to, and none of it was helping at all.
all right. We got it solved. And you're coming in an hour and 6 into the movie, just to let you know.
Hour
Okay.
6:23 to be exact.
Alright, can you, YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on the site already.
Oh, I'm just gonna go into YouTube because it's easier for me. For
And it's
some reason, the YouTube thing works better for me.
wait, oh, no, nope, it's in the Google Plus Hangout. Chat, I think if you have
It
access.
won't say that because after I close the chat, I don't even see it.
Wait, nope. I'll save you the trouble clock. Give me a second. Nope.
Okay,
There,
I'm in the group chat now. Oh, sweet, thank
there
you.
it is. So,
Oh, it's by the guy that I like. Yay!
yes, it's same person.
Yay, I like him. He has really good videos.
He just posts the TV Nihon videos.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what all have I missed? Yes,
Well,
I heard you say that before.
Well, you missed the Decade Third, which essentially consisted of Decade killing all the writers, Natsumi becoming Kamen Rider Kivara, and killing him in order to make everything right, and then Tsukasa being reborn through the power of friendship.
He's not joking on that.
I so wish I was.
When did this turn into My Little Pony?
I swear that is the most referenced show we've ever done on TGSR.
Yes, it is. I even reference it when I'm talking about Forza, and that is bad.
Oh dear lord.
Uh,
And we're almost towards the end of the double portion, which essentially breaks down to a singer has approached Shotaro and crew about seeing her dead sister
Do
for some
what?
reason. Yeah, the singer person has been seeing her dead sister recently, and they're trying to find out why. And this has led down to Narumi Sokichi popping up. You remember him from the first couple of episodes of Double, right? The guy who got shot in the back?
Yeah.
Well, he pops up.
Wait, he's dead.
Exactly.
What? Oh, God.
Apparently, there's this rumor going around Futo City right now that dead people are being seen by their friends and family.
Wait. So, doesn't that mean that, No, never mind. Never mind.
And this caused Shotaro to go back to where the events of that happened, which they call Begins Night. And we get a long flashback showing, the before and after of Narumi Sokichi getting shot. And also Narumi Sokichi is Kamen Rider Skull.
If you couldn't have already guessed that by now.
Because
Yeah,
I said
kinda
that like
already
5
guessed it.
different times.
Alright, so what time are y'all at? 106 or 106 36.
23.
23.
I don't know if I can get to 23.
Get as close as you can. I think I was getting to 19 and then I had to play up to 4 seconds.
So now we are out of that flashback. Philip is doing his Earth Library technique in order to get a lead so we can get back into this case and figure out what in the hell's going on. Oh, by the way, Akiko now knows that Narumi Sokichi is dead, that's her father, and that he's also a Kamen Rider. So, yeah.
How does
Although
she
found
not?
that
Never mind.
Although she found that out in inverse order.
Yes. Because she was there when Narumi Sokichi showed up.
And turned into... damn
Skull.
it. Yeah, Skull. I kept wanting to say Ghost, and I knew that was wrong. That's why I was like, no.
No.
Damn it.
She was there when this fight went down.
Yeah, she
Okay.
was there when the fight happened, and then Philip decided to announce that that couldn't be him. He's dead.
Yeah. Because Shotaro is freaking the fuck out because he's like, no, it's him. He transformed. Only we know that. He's like, no, he's dead. That's like, Philip, don't say. Why did you say that? She's right
Damn it.
there. We tried not to tell her that. We had this conversation, man. And I hear myself in the background. I think you still have the stream on sound, Glock. I think.
Uh-uh.
Oh no, well, no, it wouldn't be that close. Okay,
No. That big Glocks might go echo.
okay. I was thinking for a second. It's like, is that the stream? No, it wouldn't be that close. It'd still be me explaining stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're almost at the end of the double portion, and then we get into the crossover portion of this movie. Oh, and also for the Decade portion, Decade was having this chick follow her around. It was completely pointless, so don't worry about it. Even when they
Yeah.
reference it, don't worry about it. It's pointless.
Yeah.
And kind of disrespectful to the character, just saying. Because I know about the original Tackle through Ega Devil's series of articles talking about her. That's
I'm trying to remember everybody on the show and do all. Son of a gun! What is wrong with you, YouTube? I go into full screen and for some reason the bottom thing goes down.
Oh, you're having what happened to me.
uh,
When we first started, that completely backed us up for a bit there because it did that and crashed my whole Flash player.
What do I do to fix it?
You can't. It's a bug on YouTube's end. You'll just have to watch the little player.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right.
you should be able to make.
You might can get the medium player going, but I doubt you're going to get full screen to go.
You can't
Oh,
make
yeah, I
it
can-
bigger.
I mean, the player actually works. It's just that the bottom part, the play, sound, full screen and stuff, they don't show up because they're under the screen.
Yeah, you might want to just switch to the bigger screen option. You know the.
Yeah, that's what I'm on now.
Okay.
10623, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Tommy, you ready?
Okay, let's do this.
All right. Picking up from there after a long technical difficulties break in 3, 2, 1, go. Shit. Hang on.
Oh, you're kidding me. No.
Ah.
Really?
Just
You're
stop
joking.
for a second.
Ugh.
Where are we picking up at?
Same spot, hopefully.
Fine.
Let me go get some pretzels while you're fixing this, and it'll only take me a second.
Damn it. It was sitting too long, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta spin up again.
I hate when that happens.
I know, I do too. Okay.
10623.
Ready.
There we go. I'm on the dot.
10623, ready.
Yes. All right. Trying again. In 3, 2, 1, go. my hard drive had to spin up.
No.
I forgot I left the Ruby theme song playing.
I thought the book always came off of the bookshelf, and it was just floating.
It might sometimes do that, but it usually just leaves the bookshelf empty with whatever book is necessary.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that suspicious person from earlier.
So wait, what are we looking for?
The person behind all these people coming back to life, apparently. Who looks to be this priest fellow?
He's acting like they're about to do the nasty. Closing doors, looking around, making sure nobody's following them.
She's following him.
Yes.
Then why are you with them?
'Cause
Despite what? Despite. He's dead!
she's dead.
She.
Or she.
Yes.
Oh, so that's the rule. That's the rule with the whole Oni and Oni. So girls are double E and guys are I, right?
Don't know.
Think you missed.
Yes.
Oh,
Really
crap.
bad.
Again, you act like you want to fill it with. Never mind.
Hey, phones to the rescue. Just as a note, he didn't hit the button. That's kind of a plot point. Oh, hi, Narumi.
He didn't press it either. Never mind.
He did. That's why it said skull.
Oh, I didn't hear skull. I'm gonna have to watch this movie from the beginning after the show. Oh! Crap!
Have fun with the decade part.
Don't, please, 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 please don't say
Nope,
it, no.
different line.
Oh, thank you, God. I was so worried they were going to say it.
No. Although that does happen in the decades portion.
Of course it does.
So,
Wait, what?
it's the Sonozaki family. They're running interference, apparently.
I thought that the in the beginning the daughter didn't want to be involved in it.
Uh, no, she was. Mhm.
Do what?
Yeah, it's not death. It's dummy. Chief invitation. Piss off, son. I love how they're like, how the fuck did you get there so soon? Plus, we gotta give you enough time to get to the crossover portion before him. I guess he's all tired out. I am a horrible person. Well, you know what time it is.
Crossover.
Yep.
Crossover. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's the crossover portion of the film.
Oh, great.
Now to pick up where we left off, kind of. They kind
Sorta.
of got busy. I do like that the audio is actually playing from either side of the channel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No! 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 Ah!
What? They both got to say their lines in order to start this crossover part.
although I did enjoy the whole merging of their two lines right there.
Yes, and now they're merging together in the world, because now Double's crossed over into the Decades world, essentially.
Wait, where did Dummy go?
Um, he went somewhere else for now. That we need to do the trailer shot. See, we have to do the trailer shot real quick. Then we can get back to the story.
Well, stories.
Yes. You'll actually get this reference, Tommy. That would be a reference to All Riders, even though that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a giant mechanical mammoth. It gets better, trust me. Hey,
Whoa!
the other riders are there to help, along with DN, because they did something off screen apparently. Up, one last time for you folks who enjoyed it.
Wait, what?
All Final Form Ride riders.
Wait, what?
Well, at least all the ones that can fly, technically. No final attack rider for you. Hi,
Please
Castle
tell me he
Doran out of
doesn't do
nowhere.
that to Double. Please tell me he doesn't.
Didn't I tell you before?
And he can hold on to that using his sticky feet card.
Yes. Now we trade opponents. I take the dumbass, you get the giant ship and the elephant. Have fun with that one. This seems really unfair for Double.
Yeah.
They have to fight the mammoth in the ship. Well, Take's just gotta take care of Dummy.
Well, Double's better than Decade, obviously. So, I mean...
Also, say hello to Hard Mammoth. Does this make any sense? No. Do I care? Absolutely not.
Whoa!
Decade just plugged in the hard boiler into a giant mechanical mammoth.
That is so awesome!
This doesn't make a lick of goddamn sense, but I don't care.
Well, it's metal, so that's where that Gaia memory could take into effect. It kind of does make sense.
But how the hell does the bike plug in?
That part they probably just got lucky as heck on.
Yeah. And also somehow the maximum drive works too.
Dude!
Now,
Of course, now you got to keep in mind too, them Gaia memories have a lot more power than what they're
Holy!
for.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really stand too far out that
Also, Tommy,
all
you remember
works.
that scene?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What was...
He had a memory
Shinigami
put in him to
Hakase?
make him turn into that character. Also, hi Natsumi. This is the only reason you're in this crossover part.
Wow. What is Shinigami Hakase?
That's the name of an old Rider villain that Grandpa turned into.
Ah.
Ooh. Decade, you might want to call him back up. I think we need another final form overkill. Yeah, I really think you need another final form overkill.
I am so confused, but I don't care.
You'll understand it once you see the whole film.
I think they're not winning this one right
Nope.
now.
But time for the bullshit.
Wait,
Yep.
Oh
he just pulled that one out of his ass.
Yep.
Right
Final
there.
form
No!
ride. Double.
No!
Now you get double.
What?
See? The best final form ride of them all. You'd get double. Now for Triple Rider Extreme. And bye-bye.
Ugh.
Hey, you gotta admit, it's the best final form ride of them all.
Okay, it is the best, but that's the best I could come up with. It's so cheesy.
But it works!
It worked though.
Plus, we get the Joker suit out of this.
Well, technically the Joker.
No, all you have to do is switch out the belt and paint that silver black, and boom, you got the Joker suit. I guarantee you that's how they got the suit.
True.
I tell you this much, that's how they got the figure art. By the way, I had this card for some reason. Here, have it. I'm sure you need more reason for it than I do.
The skull card.
Yeah.
Maybe as a memento for him or something?
More, actually. Wait and see. Say hello to AU Skull.
AU skull, what?
Alternate Universe Skull.
Oh.
Like I said. Also, Skull Spike is just a repaint of the hard boiler. I love that he's trying to hold back the tears. I love it. He's just like, nope, not crying. Not crying. Shut up and stop looking at me. I'm not crying, damn it. That doesn't make sense, but okay. We still never explained how this worked, but okay.
Wait, so what? Is that another world?
I don't know.
Or is that just kind of like a picture?
I think it's another world because they did the sound effect and the image effect, so...
Yeah.
What is this world then?
No, they never say it. Oh my god.
Why is Santa in a reindeer outfit? Breast. Wait, what?
Chicken breast. Trust me,
He
you'll get it
never.
when you watch the whole film.
Yeah.
It's still dirty. You'll get that joke more when you watch the full movie.
That was perverted.
You still get the joke when you see the full film. They had this conversation earlier. Well, all their informants did. Oh, wait. One more scene. Hi, Terry.
Wait, what?
It's Excel's cameo before he premieres in the show. They do that.
Okay.
So, with that said, we're not going to be talking about the film just yet. Because we have lots of other stuff to talk about. We'll leave that for last. Because we've got a lot of discussing to do. I'm just going to unplug my second screen because I don't need it anymore. So, we have certain things we need to discuss.
Okay.
And first and foremost would be our favorite old pick or random pick that we had from this past season. Go in here and I'm going to get the random picks real quick, just so we all know what they are.
Put them in the Google Hangouts chat for me, please, because I'm really...
Be a second.
Excuse me.
Alright then.
Oh! Did I tell you? I bought Spore!
Okay.
Okay.
I can't wait to play it.
There would be the random picks and the Google chat below.
I missed 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 picks.
7.
There's a 7th?
Oh yeah, I missed Avengers EMH. My bad.
I'm gonna... I know which... I think we all know which one we're gonna pick.
So, going around the table, our favorite old pick out of the Rewind to Air Gear, us looking at the first 2 episodes of Megaforce, the first 2 episodes of Spice and Wolf, the first 2 episodes of Hitman Reborn, of Kamen Rider Fies, and a rewind to Kamen Rider Dragonite 3 and 4, and finally a rewind to Avengers EMH, or Earth Mightiest Heroes.
You kind of skipped the first one.
I said a rewind to Air Gear.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay.
So, with that said, who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first since, you know, we all know which one is going to be our pick. Of course it's going to be Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. Of course. That show was just amazing.
I've kind of got to agree with him on that one. I mean, although I've got to say, out of all of our old school picks, we kind of did too good on this season.
Oh.
There wasn't
Honest-
any that were just like, oh my god, I'm not going to watch that ever again.
What about Fies?
Even with that, I would be fine if we wound up watching more of it. Would I want to? But I would be fine with it.
So, wait. So you would watch Air Gear again?
There again, I would be fine with it. Would I
Yay!
want to? No,
Aw.
but would I be fine with it? Yeah.
Yay! Although I have to say, if it weren't for Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I would have to say that my favorite would be Spice and Wolf because it was just so peculiar.
My only problem with the show is we didn't see enough for me to make a judgment call on it. That'd be my
Yeah,
only problem.
that was a big
Yeah.
part of the show because the starting is kind of slow, really slow.
Alright. I have to disqualify myself from EMH, even though I've watched the entire show. Because I wasn't there that week. I'm disqualifying myself from picking that because I wasn't there that week. So I think it might come down to Dragon Knight, Megaforce, and Hitman Reborn. And I might have to go with Hitman Reborn just because that was a damn entertaining show.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you on that.
Wait, entertaining how?
Entertaining in just how ridiculous it was. Like, this is ridiculous, but it's the ridiculous that knows it's ridiculous and has fun with it.
That sounds like a fun show.
It is.
Oh god.
I mean,
Essentially, how we've been trying to make the best out of Decade, kind of think along that lines, but actually the show realizes that it really has no purpose itself, so it makes fun of it.
you have a 2-foot-tall baby that is a mobster,
What?
and he is just ridiculous, son.
Uh,
So yeah, I have to go with Hitman Reborn. That was just fun, and we watched the sub too, just to be of note.
yeah, everything we watched was subbed, I've noticed.
Yeah. Megaforce is all right, but I don't know. Maybe my opinion
Wait
has
a
dropped
second,
little
Air
bit.
Gear wasn't subbed, it was dubbed, wasn't it?
I thought you wanted to watch the subbed ones that time.
That might have been possible.
Because
I
we
wasn't
watched
there
the
that week,
dubbed
so I don't
ones,
know.
the first one.
Yeah, the dubbed ones were the first one. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah.
I'm almost positive that that's why I put it in like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't there that week, so I wouldn't know. Anyway.
It's amazing Glock was there that week.
Wait, why you say that?
How many weeks of Decade did you miss?
Also, wasn't that the week that you had a whole bunch of technical difficulties?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that out of the way, we need to cover Kamen Rider Copper 2. Now, we only watched only a little bit of it, so I feel we should do it a bit more freeform. And I feel we need to get the good stuff out of the way first before we all take turns bitching about the show one
What
last
good
time.
stuff?
The music.
Okay,
yeah,
the music, but
yeah.
that's in soundtrack form. That is not in show form. We're not
It-
talking about the show. We're talking about the soundtrack.
If it wasn't stressed a lot, the horn flip's actually kind of neat.
Yeah.
But the sheer fact that they drive that into the ground is what's the problem.
I'm really okay with the suits. I think they look good. I kind of like the rider suit designs.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of uniformity to it, but they all are distinctive enough.
I
And
liked even the concept
Yeah.
of what all the riders could do. But
Is there
it was
anything else
how they
good?
did it.
Yeah. Anything else good before we get to the bitching?
The moments when he was actually nice to his sister.
Yeah, but no. I'm holding my tongue for a second.
No,
there.
don't hold it, please.
I'm holding
I
it
wanna
for a
hear it.
second there only because we want to try to get through the good first.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? I take that as a no.
No.
So, Tommy, go ahead.
Clock. He was only nice to his sister. That was the problem. That wasn't a good thing about it.
Well, I mean, the parts where he was nice to his sister were actually good moments. That was my thing. Even though it was the only moments, but it was still.
Like,
it was
like
still,
I said, though, that was the problem. He was only nice to his sister.
yeah.
Except for the occasional moments where he decided to get the stick out of his ass and actually be civil.
Yeah, I'm willing to say, like, a lot of the characters are problems in that show. Like, for me, when I was thinking about the show, somehow Only the female characters didn't piss me off. Somehow. It was only the female characters. Everyone that was male had some problem with them.
Yeah, I've kind of got to agree with you there.
Because, like,
Yeah.
Zek Chick was okay. The sister was okay. The shy chick was okay. And the kid was fine.
But that was really it.
But every single guy in there had an ego, except for
Or was an idiot.
Yes.
yeah.
Because I'm sorry, like, I can't remember his name, but the guy who became Zabi at one point, he's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. That's how.
Wait, which one?
That
the
is how
second
much
main character of the story, or
The
guy who was...
one Tendo convinced to stop being Zabi. The one in between the two guys who became Zabi.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
No,
him.
it was 3 guys because Tendo's guy that he's constantly with ended up being Zabi for a while.
That's who I'm talking about.
Well, what about that other guy, the 3rd guy?
That's not who I'm talking about. That's what I meant. He became
Yeah, but
Zabi
you
in
said
between those two people.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I thought you meant in between the 2, he was the second one. I'm like, wait a second. No, there was 3.
Yeah.
Good one, Glock.
Thank you. I try.
That was being sarcastic.
I kind of don't want to bitch about the show anymore because it's well documented.
I don't either because we have 9
My
episodes
rage.
where you guys can completely go back and hear every bit of the rage we've had with this show.
Yes.
Don't forget my huge rage.
Your huge rage. I had a rage moment.
You don't remember my huge rage when, I remember he backed away, Peace backed away from the computer and could still hear me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that part. Okay.
Yeah.
But mine,
I've
when
blocked
he
as
became-
much as I
yeah.
can of that show out.
My rage when he became like the leader of Shadow.
Yeah.
That pissed me off so hard. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the thing we actually watched all of, which would be Decado. Now, in the Google Plus chat, there is a link to the characters.
Oh no, please don't tell me we have to pick. Never mind.
No, we're just gonna go character by character and give our quick thoughts on them.
Oh, okay.
Or at least the major ones. We're not gonna go down the whole goddamn list because that would take far too long.
Okay.
And we're about to hit the 3-hour mark, so
Yeah.
we have a 4-hour time limit, so we're gonna have to hit fast and hit hard.
Otherwise, we're going to have a part 2 going up.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, Tsukasa himself.
Don't. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay. Thoughts on Tsukasa?
Idiot.
Horrible photographer?
Arrogant asshole. I mean, sorry.
sums him
You
up
guys
quite
were
well.
being nice.
Perfect.
You guys are being nice.
Well, I'm pointing out the one thing he refuses to admit.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, he refuses to admit he's a horrible photographer. I'm gonna point that shit out to him.
Yeah, what's bad is it's not the camera.
It's
not
him.
what world the camera's in even. It's him.
Wait, it actually is him? What?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, if you watch the Fives arc, a chick from the Fives arc takes perfect pictures with his camera.
Well, okay. If you look at the first part of the movie that we just watched, Natsubi took a good picture with it.
It's him! He's a horrible photographer. That is the only reason he takes shitty pictures. It's not that he's in a different world. He's just a shitty photographer.
Like I said, you guys were being nice. I just had to say what I said there.
He's not the. He's got problems.
He's definitely not the most likable person there is.
Like, he has a couple moments late into the show like when it comes to Natsumi being in danger, but it's too little, too late.
I
And
think we've had our piece with this one.
Well, and I'm going to say this, and really, it could be took as spoiler and not a spoiler in the same sense. But the reason why I made the comment about his personality didn't change between the alternate ending and All Riders is kind of because he's a dick in both of them.
yes, and he's a dick by choice. He's not
In
being
both
mind
of
controlled
them.
or some shit. No, he's a dick by choice.
My
I think the level of how big of an ass he is more so in All Riders than it is in this one, but it's still there in both of them.
Yeah,
my
because it
I
has
think
more. Oh, go ahead,
my
Gar.
favorite moment of him being a complete butthole would have to be when he's in the nice world. He's in Diane's world.
And he's just soaking it in.
And
Yeah,
he
and
is
then
soaking
he's
it
like,
in.
I didn't believe it.
Yeah, it's even worse in
Oh,
that previous arc, in the Nega World arc. It's even worse because he soaks that shit in so much harder there.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
But speaking of Natsumi, next character on the list, Natsumi Hikari, Kamen Rider Kibara or Kibala, depending on how you want to say it.
Wait, huh?
She's Kamen Rider Kibala. You know that white rider that rescued Grandpa?
Uh-uh.
At the
Oh,
end of the
that
movie?
that
Yeah,
weird writer.
her.
That yeah, huh?
Yeah, that's Natsumi.
yep.
It's a part of the story. It's part of that
Oh,
film you
okay,
missed.
okay. Isn't that its own show? Is there a Kivara show?
No.
There isn't.
Nope. There's a Kiva show, but that has nothing to do with Kibara.
I kind of figured that one.
But yeah, Natsumi. Any thoughts on her?
She was okay. Just
She's kind of just there.
yeah, she wasn't really. She was a main character, but she wasn't.
She
She
does
was,
something in the movie.
huh?
She
Yeah,
kills Decade.
I think she does more in the movie than she did the whole series.
She
Yeah.
said she kills Decade.
Yeah,
Yes.
Decade kills all the riders, and then Natsumi becomes Kamen Rider Kibara and kills Decade because Decade decided to job out. I'm using wrestling terminology there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch this movie again. Because at the end he was alive. Don't tell me. Don't
I already
tell
told
me.
you how he comes back alive, trust me.
Through the
Oh!
power of friendship.
Yes.
It's My Little Pony now.
Yep. That is exactly what it did. It referenced My Little Pony, friendship is bullshit. I mean, magic.
Oh God, we are horrible people. Uh,
Hey, at least we rag on the show. We don't rag on the people.
we are going to get sued.
Bring it on. Freedom of speech.
Yeah, Natsumi's
Just so
there,
you know,
but
just so you know, I meant no harm. Don't
But,
sue me, you can sue them.
yeah, Natsumi's kind of there, but she doesn't really do much. Besides
Yeah.
be worried about Tsukasa, because she found her lost puppy, essentially.
I so love that reference right there now.
Wait, her law? I'm not gonna ask.
I'm talking about Tsukasa, because she and Grandpa found him wandering about. So she's kind of a lost puppy. So Tsukasa's kind of a lost puppy to her.
Oh, I see what you do. Okay, I gotcha. Now I feel stupid.
I guess with nothing else to say about Natsumi, we're going to move on down to... They list his name here, but I don't even refer him as Grandpa, so...
Yeah, I don't ever think they ever came out and mentioned his name.
But
If
Ejiro
they did, it
Hikari,
was quick.
Grandpa, the guy who owns the photo studio.
Grandpa. Okay, what about Grandpa?
Thoughts on him?
Again, just kind of there.
He just exists to be like the counterpart to Kivala, so they have comedic scenes, I guess.
That, and he's the one that just always stumbles and opens up the next world.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about his only two purposes.
And he gets that ripped away from him at the end of the movie. That's... Aw.
Yeah. He doesn't stumble at the end of the movie. So sad.
Anything else to say about Grandpa?
Not really.
Alright, moving forward. The only alternate universe writer we're going to talk about, Onodori Yusuke, alternate universe Kuga.
He,
Besides the fact that he forgets he's a Kamen Rider every
Yeah.
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, damn it, Onodori! You idiot, I swear. He has his moments, but then it's completely counteracted by him being an absolute fucking idiot at times.
Uh-huh.
He is an okay person throughout the movie. It's just, God, you've got... Everyone else is a Kamen Rider. Seeing someone else go, Henshin should remind you, I'm Kamen Rider!
Yeah, damn it.
I'm
Like,
Kamen Rider! Kuga!
I wouldn't call him useless, but I will call him an idiot. A forgetful idiot.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about Onodori?
Not really.
Alright. Moving forward, I'm gonna roll these two together because they work together. Kivala and Narutaki.
Narutaki. Oh!
Yes.
Oh, God.
The guy whose job is to pester Decade no matter where he goes.
Until the movie. Then he actually has a use for a little bit until he decides to be an idiot.
Yes.
How did he become an idiot? What did he do?
Yet again, he decided that something Decade had absolutely nothing to do with was his fault.
But it was actually his fault.
What?
Yes, it was Narutaki's fault.
How?
And he still blames it on Decade.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Honestly, I question the wiki article saying he's the main antagonist, because what the fuck does he do? He pesters the shit out of Decade by sending people after him. That Decade defeats.
Time after time after time again.
He's not... Apollo Geist is more of an antagonist to Decade than Narutaki.
Yeah.
And Apollo Geist is in less than half the series.
Uh-huh.
Less than half! Narutaki is an annoyance to Decade. And what's worse is he comes back in Superhero Taisen to do exactly what he did in the movie. Cosplay as an old writer villain for God knows what reason. He does!
Wow.
And it's literally a repeated scene. When he gets defeated, he turns back to Narutaki and he's like, "Damn you, Takano! Ninja flee away!" Ah!
I'm just gonna keep quiet with this one.
Alright, moving on from there.
I've had my rage for this season. I'm not gonna have another one.
Kaito, Kamen Rider D End. Or Daiki Kaito, Kamen Rider D End. Any thoughts?
Dear God, enough with the treasure.
I made the joke during the movie for you, trust me.
What was the joke? Tell me the
You
joke.
care about Decade, and I'm like, of course you do. You only care about treasure.
But seriously, enough with the freaking treasure. We get it. You're a treasure hunter. Sometimes
but
even
he's a
treasure hunters
bad
have hearts.
treasure hunter.
What?
He's a bad treasure hunter. How many of the worlds did he wind up taking anything of use out of?
3 maybe, 2. Otherwise, he either gave it back or lost it. You know
Or
what's bad?
never had it to begin with.
You know what's even worse about him? He gets to be a part of the Den-O trilogy of movies. He gets his own movie in the trilogy, where he crosses over with Den-O and crew. I'm not
That's
kidding.
another. That's another show I never got into because the main character was just.
What, Den-O?
Yes, he was just so.
I think, yeah, the last one we're gonna cover. Uh, Before we like bundle a big group together. Apollo Geist, the true main antagonist of Decade. Like him, dislike him.
Honestly, I have no opinion. He
I kind of
actually gave the story some purpose for a moment.
Yeah.
before he was killed off, and then it was like, oh, we need a cliffhanger for the movie.
Yep.
So yeah, and just to bundle a bunch of people together. The original in the last episode. Any
I
thoughts on
I didn't hear
them
you. What?
showing up? The original 9 Heisei riders that showed up at the end of the final episode. Any thoughts on those characters?
What were the original 9? I forget.
Kanzaki, who turned into Blade King form. Wataru, who showed up in the first and last episode, and also showed up in the movie. Those guys.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I think it's really dumb to have them just go straight out and be like, "Fuck you, Nikaido," and to go out and attack him for no reason, because we still never got explained what the fuck was going on, and I think that was really dumb. And I also think it's also dumb that somehow Yosuke Onodori survives all these worlds being merged when every other alternate universe writer is immediately killed off, and we
Yeah.
don't get original Kuga. What the hell? Why is he so special? Is there a reason for him to be so special? Because if they explain why he was so special, I'd be fine, but it's not.
Maybe
He's
it's
just
because he's
there.
gone through all the different worlds so many times that he's become, worldless to begin with.
I guess, but
But he has a world.
yes.
When Decade gets killed in the movie, even it shows him going back to his world.
And then he somehow ends up back in that world. I
Yeah,
guess
that one never gets explained either. But I mean,
because the bridges still exist and they're not a harm anymore, I guess. I don't fucking know.
This isn't a list of all the Kamen Rider Decade characters.
What I'm reading off, or what's on the list itself?
What's on the list itself?
If you're talking about all the alternate universe characters, they're in separate list.
yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, because I didn't see.
Look at the one that's the group that says 9 worlds, and then it's got an article linking to the ones from the 9 worlds.
And it's got another list for everything after that point. Well, for everyone after that point.
I'm just looking for Amazon. I want to see who this guy was that played him.
But speaking of the Amazon, if we have no other thoughts on characters at all, unless we want to
Not
talk,
really.
I think we're going to move on to favorite arc. So, what would
I wasn't there for Amazon.
We were surprised. Trust us.
What?
We were surprised when you didn't show up.
I know. I know.
But what would be our favorite arc going around? That'd be that'd be a bundle of 2 episodes. So
I don't know. Can you give me a list of the arcs,
I can name off the arcs if that helps.
please?
There's one for each of the 9 riders: Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, and Kiva. Then there's the Nega World arc / Decade Complete arc, the End arc, the Shinkenger arc, the Black RX arc, the Amazon arc, and then the Rider War arc. And that should be all of them.
I could, I could, I could actually tick all of y'all off and say Kabuto.
I could agree with you at the very beginning of the Kabuto arc there, because I just love the troll that we got from the Den-O cards.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's kind of like meh.
I mean, it was a good Kabuto.
Compared to Kabuto, yes.
It was a good Kabuto. It was so much better than the real Kabuto.
I'm trying to think what would be. It would probably be one of the ones after the 9. I'd probably have to go Shinkenger, just because it was probably one of the better written arcs. And plus, Deke gets his own bullshit speech turned around on him.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't feel like stupid conflict for the sake of conflict. Because sometimes that happens with Deke. Sometimes.
I think either that one or the Black RX arc.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I'm kind of ticked because I missed a lot of these.
Then you
Well,
should go back
start
and watch
showing up on Saturdays, and then you wouldn't be missing all of these.
that, or you can go back and watch the entire show over again. Or just watch all the arcs you missed.
Which would have been smart before the finale.
Yeah. Thomas, don't forget that I'm going through high school still. I still have weekend homework.
Like, I have college. Same deal. Only at higher levels.
Have you been going through AutoCAD?
No, but I've been going through calculus.
AutoCAD's a lot different and a lot harder because it's a completely different concept.
Alrighty then.
I am constructing model airplanes, ships, houses, anything that involves engineering, I am constructing on AutoCAD.
Alrighty then.
Like I said, I have weekend homework.
To get us back on topic, let's go. Like, you want to pick a favorite arc besides the troll one, if you can.
Can I pick an arc that I wasn't here for?
No, because you kind of didn't see it unless you watched it outside.
Well, I wasn't here for it, but I watched it.
Well, if you watched it, then I guess.
Yeah.
The Black RX one.
Okay then.
I kind of got to agree with you on that one.
So, flip side of that equation, least favorite arc.
List them again.
Kuga through Kiva, 9 Worlds, Mega World / Decade Complete, The End, Shinkenger, and Durban. Black RX, Amazon, Rider War.
I'm wanting to say Nega World.
I'd say that too, but seeing that I watched a bunch of shows, I'm kind of wanting to pick one of the 9.
Which is?
I don't know. They all have problems. I'd probably say Nigga World too, because as much as I won't like one of the 9, they still have some good points to them at times. Nega World has a lot of glaring flaws to it, like Tsukasa being a complete dick throughout the entire arc, and the story just being like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah. Tommy,
I think I missed the question there.
least favorite arc.
Oh. Eh.
Lot to choose from.
Yeah.
We both picked Nega World. Just to,
I honestly think I would have to agree with that.
Yeah. As much as
Yeah.
that is the Decade Complete arc, ah, it doesn't feel like he earns it. Okay, so this is a question more for you two.
Oh God.
Since we watched 2-episode arcs that are related to previous shows, of the 9 shows that are related, plus Shinkanser, Black RX, and Amazon, which ones would you want to see?
Amazon!
That doesn't count. You already watched it before you watched the arc.
Crap!
So out of Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Dino, Kiva, Shinkenger, Black RX, Amazon, what would you want to see?
Honestly, I kind of saw more interest out of Kiva.
Granted, they're alternate universes, and some of them don't have things really tied to their shows, but
Just
Uh,
the main idea of Kiva kind of interests me.
I don't know.
Well,
Probably.
I don't know. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Kuga either. I don't know, either Kiva or Kuga.
you can pick as many as you want. This isn't a narrowing it down to one.
Why can't I pick Amazon?
Because you watched the show before you watched the arc, so that doesn't count.
Ah! So unfair.
It's like how I'm
Question.
excluded from this question.
Question.
What?
Since we have watched Dragon Knight, would that still knock out Ryuki, or would that still be a choice?
No, because Ryuki and Dragonite are kind of two different beasts.
Ah.
Granted, we also have watched Shinkenger before, so that probably knocks that one out. So,
Yeah.
Chewie, stop! Sorry, my guinea pig is annoying the crap out of me.
Uh.
What is it, Trixie girl, huh? Huh?
I don't,
tough call.
it's kind of coming down to 4, in all honesty.
Please say Amazon. Please say it for me.
You don't have to pick one specifically. This is more of a group question. You can pick
Yeah,
as
I
many
know.
as you want. All right.
I know. I want him to put Amazon in the group, please.
Honestly, based
Amazon.
off of what we saw for Amazon from Decade, that has not got me interested. And it's more the actor than the writer itself.
But the writer itself. What about the writer itself?
Based off of what we've seen from Decade, I'd probably have to say it comes down to Kiva, Ryuki, Deno, and Hibiki. Those look like the ones I could get into the most.
Okay.
Amazon.
I'll tell you.
I'm not saying I wouldn't try some of the others.
Yeah.
That's just the 4 that would strike me out right
Yeah.
there.
Amazon.
Since you both said Kiva, I'll tell you this right now. You technically get 2 stories with that show every week. The one kind of hurts the other a lot
Huh.
in terms of storytelling. I think I've said this before when you all were present, but yeah. That's a problem with Kiva. Kuga you'll enjoy. It's very slow paced, but it's still good. And also a bit dark and a bit more mature than newer writer shows. Ryuki, it's all about a writer war. So if you enjoyed the writer war in Decade, you'll enjoy that. So that's that entire show, really. Um, Dino has a lot of time travel shenanigans.
I didn't care for that show.
It,
Yes, the decade made it seem funny, but honestly, I haven't hit that part of the show, and I couldn't watch anymore because of the main character. He's just ugh.
but
It's not exactly that he's annoying. It's just that the way he acts just irks me.
who, Momotaros or Ryutaro?
Um, the guy, not
Ryotaro?
the yeah.
Oh,
It's just the way he acts just annoys me.
oh. Let's see. You said Hibiki as well, right?
Yep.
Hibiki, if you remember the episode number I gave you, you'll enjoy it up until probably until about that point. At personally speaking, and for a couple episodes afterwards, and then it goes downhill from there hard.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, you take a steep nosedive right off a cliff, and also you're probably gonna hate one character who gets introduced at around that point because he's pointless, truly pointless in the show. Did I cover all of them?
I think so.
Okay.
Who is Kamen Rider stronger?
One of the show Arrow Riders.
Oh,
Why?
okay. I'm just looking at the list of writers.
That's where Tackle came from the movie. The movie does not do her justice from what I've read about Tackle.
Kamen Rider Odin? What?
That's from Ryuki. Back on topic. I have listed thoughts on the story of Decade, and I'll just say we'll cut that off at Movie War 2010. No, before Movie War 2010, so we have our discussion about the movie itself. And we got like
45.
45 minutes to do this, so who wants to go first on thoughts on the story of Decade? Before Movie War 2010.
Stupid,
Uh,
horrible, crappy.
honestly, I don't know if I would say that if you're looking at it story-wise. I mean, if you're completely excluding the fact of some of the characters, and by some I kind of mean most, then I don't really see too big of a problem out of the story. I honestly, I think the problem with Decade comes from the characters and how they're done,
Yeah.
not so much the story.
Yeah, I agree with you. At the core of Decade's story, it is a good idea. The problem I feel comes with Decade's story is the execution and the fact that they have certain things set up about it that never go anywhere, and they have certain things that are very crucial to the story of Decade that never get explained. Like, what the hell happened to Natsumi's original world? Never covered in the film, is it?
No?
Yeah. It's a little plot thread hanging out there forever. Why the worlds are colliding. These are crucial plot points that are never brought back up ever again. And it just feels like the story gets forgotten after a while. Which, people say Decade has no story. That's not true. Decade has a story. The writers just forget it halfway through the show. And then try to cobble together an ending. Because All Riders is probably the better ending, but I still feel it doesn't end Decade. There are still things left that need to be answered about Decade. Like crucial answers to Decade that need to be done
Yeah.
before we can leave Decade alone.
I mean, I think it, like you said, it does a better job at it. But yeah, it's not completed there
Yeah.
either.
Especially when Narutaki is the biggest hanging thread of them all.
Yeah.
When he's someone who's been there since the beginning of the show, and he's never really given something to do besides pester Decade and cosplay, what the hell?
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Answer.
Was O's any part in Decade, movie, or show?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
Unless you count Let's Go Kamen Rider or Superhero Taisen, because Decade is in both of those films.
I guess I could count that. I don't know.
Decade's only in there to be part of the whole Rider lineup for Let's Go Kamen Rider, and Superhero Taisen is his story, and Edgy kind of shows up just to be killed off by Captain Marvelous. Spoilers. Superhero Taisen is a stupid film.
Okay. I was just kind of curious.
Alright. Any other thoughts on the story?
Not really.
Okay, now for the movie itself, finally. Movie War 2010.
Don't have an opinion. Wasn't there fully.
Okay. Tommy?
In all honesty, I like the little bit extra backstory we got from the double side, and the double side of it was a lot more enjoyable than the decade side. But I feel like all writers probably did a better job of wrapping up the decade than that did.
And the crossover portion between Double and Decade?
A little bit of one of those, wow, you're stretching this, but it still turned out good.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What are we talking about?
The whole crossover part of it.
Yeah, the part you were here for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was okay.
I think they kind of stretched it to make it work, but it worked.
Yeah. I say this about not only Movie War 2010, but Movie War Core, which is the one that involves Double's nose. They're not a complete film. They have good portions, but they also have bad portions because of how it's written. Because, to let you guys know, Decade portion is written separately than Double's portion. Double's portion is written by the writers who did Double. Decade's portion is written by the guys who did Decade.
Huh.
Two different writers. In that sense, it doesn't feel like a complete film because you have different writers and there's different qualities to it. So it doesn't feel like a complete film in a way because it's not all good, but you have major portion that is good and a major portion that is bad.
Yeah.
That gets fixed with Megamax and Ultimatum because they didn't feel like complete movies because it's all one big film that is at least good throughout. But the Decade portion, it does a terrible job of trying to wrap up Decade. And to throw in Tackle for no goddamn reason and just have her be there just to be that person that Decade talks about it at the end of the film.
You know what the decade portion of it to me feels like? It almost feels like they tried to speed up the whole wrapping it up.
Yeah, because we start like halfway into that story.
Well, you look. It's like the first 30 minutes is the decade part of it.
Yeah.
True.
From that point to the end of it, you're really following Double. I mean, yeah, they cross over at like the last 15 minutes of it, but it don't even feel like a crossover movie. Feels like, okay, here you've got an episode of Decade, You got a movie with Double that winds up crossing into Decade, and we slap them together.
Yeah. Decade portion could be better. The double portion is fantastic. It gives us more insight into the characters. It gives us like more stuff about Double that we can chew on. It really gives us more onto the characters. The only downside would be is that it says that Akiko knows about Narumi Sokichi now, but they never really address it in the show. It's kind of just this thing that happens, and now it's just kind of accepted between them all. And from then on out, it's just a thing that they just don't really talk about.
Yeah.
And the crossover portion, it's got the best Final Form ride. Not saying much. It's just a fun little crossover part, and that's really it. If you want good crossover between writers, Megamax and Ultimatum do far better jobs because it feels like they're actually crossing over, that they are teaming up. Because the writers are teaming up. This is just Double happens to cross over into Decade's writer war world with Dummy, and they have adventure until they leave.
And that's another thing. Is it Double that crossed into Decade's Rider War world, or was it the other way? Because if you noticed at the end, Decade and everyone leaves.
It might be that Decade ended up in Double's world. Because
Yes.
also the other writers show up through a dimensional wall.
Right.
That is possible.
So who transferred worlds there?
It's probably Decade and their enemies crossover, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? When did all this happen? Because also, Akiko and Philip show up. They didn't cross over; they just kind of show up. So I'd say it'd be that. I can reference Megamax and Ultimatum a lot, but they get this formula right of this different part structure. Granted, Megamax is written by one person. Ultimatum is written. Its different parts are written by different people. They still feel like better films than this. We just had to get there eventually.
Yeah.
Plus, Megamax has Double in it. When it's a crossover between O's and Forze, Double's in it.
Very true.
I guess now, overall thoughts on Decado.
It's
Sucked.
not Kabuto level suck, but
It still sucked.
it's not
It still sucked.
really something that I would voluntarily watch all the way through on my own.
It still sucked. You can just say it. It still sucked.
It has a few good things to it, but you have to look so far past what's wrong with the show that at this point it doesn't matter. Some of the core concepts and core ideas of Decade are fine. The problem is a lot of the execution just falls flat really hard.
And you get so much that isn't really explained.
Yes. And you also lose sight of the original concept of Decade halfway through the film, and you're kind of questioning why he's doing all this now.
Yes, very, very good question.
So, probably goes without saying, but final rating, yay or nay, for Decado?
Nay.
Personally, nay. I mean, I'm sure someone out there would like to watch this over and over, but yeah, no.
You mean like the person that Peacemaker doesn't like?
2.
That guy that like is like a complete fanboy of.
Oh, it's not that I don't like Keith, I just rag on Keith a lot because of because of things he says. It's not that I don't like the guy, I just rag on him because he says some things that I just find hilarious.
Give us an example.
He said, oh god, I can't remember his quote about Kabuto. but it was really dumb and it involved the universe. Oh well.
We'll
But
get to
yeah,
it later.
yeah, yeah. I don't. It's not like I don't like Keith. I just rag on him because I listen to HJU radio and I listen to what he says. I find them funny and sometimes a bit dumb. No offense to him. It's just I find sometimes he's very quotable. Besides, he really likes Kabuto, so
Wow. He's
We
got
could,
low standards then.
yeah. All three of us tried to watch the show. None of us could finish it.
and he loves it.
Again, 3-1. There you go.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you that 1 out of 4 people like Kabuto. The others out of those say screw that show and let it burn.
Yeah. I would say no. I only recommend the show if you just want to see suits in action, or if you want to watch the later arcs after Nega World. Like those 3 arcs between Nega World, or not Nega World, The End and Rider War, they're probably the best arcs of the show, and they are fantastic arcs as standalones. If you just know the basics of Decade, you can just pick up from those 3 arcs and be happy watching them.
Yeah.
Also, you'll be watching them if you watch Shinkenger, watching at least one of those arcs if you're watching Shinkenger. Because it's actually a part of the story of Shinkenger. But, yeah. That's my recommendation. No, unless you want to see the suits in action, and then, sure, go ahead, you get to see the suits in action. But if you're looking for a good rider show, there's better options.
Double!
I can
Double.
recommend 5 shows off the top of my head. No,
Double!
6 shows off the top of my head that I would say are better than Decade.
Amazon!
Agito, Double O's, Forze, and Wizard.
Amazon!
So, yeah, that's my final recommendation, and that will be all our final recommendations. And that will end the show. Except,
Was the season.
I'm being ignored.
we
I'm so
heard you,
alone.
Glock.
But you didn't
Everyone
say
heard.
anything.
I didn't need to say anything.
You
But-
were saying it for all of us.
I know, but you weren't acknowledging Amazon.
That's because I didn't watch the show.
You should watch it.
I will watch it when the previous shows before it gets subbed.
Oh, okay. Even though they have nothing to do with it. Okay.
Because I'm watching the Showa era in order, because they are more connected than the Heisei era.
Wait, they are connected into the Heisei era?
They are more connected than the Heisei era.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think Amazon kind of just was on its own, though. That was like one of the only ones that was kind of on its own. At least that's the way I felt.
They're still connected. I know there are connections between all the shows, and I would like to see that.
What was that movie that you showed us about, with all the writers in this tournament?
All Riders versus Shocker, I believe.
Was it that one? I need to watch that one again because that one with that one scene with Amazon, that was so awesome. Seeing that suit back, it was just.
But we got 30 minutes, and I need to wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up quick. So,
Okay.
before we end the show, like I said in the previous article, we are revealing what we're doing next season on this
Drum roll,
episode.
please.
We are watching, as Tommy's pick, the entirety of Kamen Rider Wizard,
Kamen Rider Wizard,
including or excluding the final 2 episodes, 52 and 53, that are the Heisei special, as I'm calling it.
What do you mean the Heisei special?
Wizard's doing a 2-episode crossover with the rest of the Heisei era that has Gaim appearing in it.
How does that work?
I don't know. It's not premiered yet.
How is that going to work?
Like I said, I don't know. It's not premiered yet. I will tell you in 2 weeks.
Which in turn means that we will be starting the season without knowing whether or not we're doing them. We
I
have plans either way.
Does that mean we might possibly be introducing another season of the movie or of our show if we do the final 2 episodes?
no, I doubt that.
You
If-
don't think we're going to
if
do
we
that
have the-
special show?
If we have the other 2 episodes in there, the only thing that will happen is we will be introduced to Gaim before we even get too far into doing much else.
Yes, we will be introduced
Because
to the
you've
Fruit
done
Ninja.
picked your
First
pick
pick of
for
next
the next
season.
season.
Like I said, yes, we will be introduced to the Fruit Ninja.
And
He's not a
in
fruit
all
ninja.
honesty, that one might be one that I might look into as we're watching Wizard.
He's a
I
fruit.
probably will too.
He's a fruit samurai, not the fruit ninja.
Fruit Samurai, Fruit Ninja, same thing. I was trying
they're
to
not.
make a
I know you were.
yeah.
Ninjas and samurais are 2 different things.
Okay, so ninjas fought samurais. Let's get back to the point.
Quickest way to piss off a samurai is to call him a ninja.
Yes. I have a proposed date that we start back.
What is the quickest way to tick off a ninja?
Call it a samurai.
We are so
Anyhow, proposed
Yes.
date of us coming back.
Okay. Would you be fine if we start back October 5th?
Yay!
Then we will know for sure.
Yay!
I guess
Because
we could.
the final episode premieres September 29th. And I guarantee you I will have seen the episode before that air date. Before we start back. So then we will decide.
We've got like 20 minutes left.
I know.
What are we gonna
do? If we do that, then that would be 3 weeks of us playing fill in the blank.
Which we could do streaming.
Yay!
We could do that one of 2 ways.
Plus, I've got Spore, so I mean,
We could do random game streams like we did last week to fill in. Or,
Special episodes of Rift Tracks.
yep,
what do you mean special episodes?
One-off episodes.
or
One-off.
if there's any kind of movies that we could do, throw them in there.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Sweet. Like
Yeah.
any movie, or does it have to involve last season?
We have to be able to watch it together.
Okay.
That
can do
meaning
that.
we all need to have access to the film very easily.
Okay, I can do that. I don't suppose,
Without illegal
this-
means. Let me put that disclaimer on it before you do something stupid.
that means that YouTube would be kind of...
Toku excluded because we have to be illegal with that.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't say nothing about that stuff.
Question.
What?
Just to make life easier, y'all don't by any chance have Netflix, do you?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so we
Not
would
to
have
mention, not to mention, you cannot guarantee that the viewers will have Netflix.
That is true.
We have to have something that is open access.
Yeah. Which, I mean, what you could do is you could just... Well, no, you would... Never mind. Okay.
If you record anything you watch on YouTube, you're breaking the law right there, which would fall into what I said about illegal means.
Anyway, we have 25 minutes, so we need to... Okay, do we all agree that we're going to start back October 5th?
That works for me.
Works for me.
Okay, then. We will be back in 3 weeks on October 5th to start Kamen Rider Wizard. Now, I don't think we decided on how many episodes we're doing that first time around, because we have watched Wizard before. We don't know 3 or 5 just yet.
Yeah, we haven't decided on that yet.
But that will be decided alongside pretty much when we decide how many episodes we're doing. So,
As it currently stands, we're going to have another
30.
clock. Seriously.
Please.
You know I've got a short attention span. Anyhow,
Well, can
as
you
it
answer it?
currently stands, we're doing 30 episodes. That could possibly change. Possibly.
Yes. But what if we're doing 30 episodes? All it's really going to change, no matter what, is how many random picks we're going to have.
Right.
So, with that said, we can end out because there's nothing else to say. So, until next season in 3 weeks, that has been it for
Rampant Epsilon.
Tommy Gun 2442.
I am Peacemaker2448 saying good night, everybody, and we will see you in 3 weeks for the next season of the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks on our site, tgstgsr.dynds.org. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Our Twitter account is at TGSRiftTracks, and on Facebook you can find us at facebook.com/TGSRiftTracks. Don't forget we're listed on YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/user/TGSRiftTracks. Also, don't forget we do now have a updated mobile app. You can find all of the archives for both TGS and TGSR on it, and it will be updated after every recording of TGSR. Till next time.